Hey everybody, I'm Amos Wellings. I'm a local songwriter and producer. I make music under the name Skyepaint. I'm here at Rudderless Records today. We're going to do a local artist top 5 and go through a few of my records. First album I'm going to be showing you today is Duke by Genesis. Genesis are one of my absolute favorite bands. This was released in, I think, about 1980. There it is, copyright 1980, Charisma Records. This is the trio formation of the band, so it's Tony Banks, Phil Collins, and Mike Rutherford. And I think it was the last album that they released before Phil Collins had a solo album as well. So they were kind of still a progressive rock band, but getting a few more pop sensibilities in there. Love this album. I went and saw Genesis, their last ever show in London a couple of years ago. My favourite songs on this one are probably Duchess or Misunderstanding. Amazing album. I know that Genesis people kind of associate as a big fantasy prog band, but if you like good, concise rock, give this one a listen. Next album I've got for you is Sigur Rós. This album is called Valtari. Sigur Rós probably need no introduction if you're the kind of person to watch a video on a record store's page, which evidently you are, so welcome again. Icelandic post-rock band. This one was released about 10 years ago. It is very ambient. Very, very chill. It's my favourite album of theirs. I've seen them live a few times and they are just absolutely stunning. My favourite song on this one is the second last track. It is called Varud. At least I think that's how you pronounce it. I don't speak Icelandic, but yeah. Valtari by Sigur Rós. Gorgeous album. This is Ellipsis by Biffy Clyro. They're a great rock trio out of Scotland. Much, much bigger in the UK than they are in Australia, but they do still have a pretty loyal, dedicated following, of which I am happy to be among the ranks. I love this album. Every album they release has a bit of a unique identity of its own right. This is still thrashy in a lot of ways, but it's got some good little pop and electronic moments in there. I think it was kind of one of the first times they really tried out a few of those more modern elements, and I think it was a big success for them. So yeah, Ellipsis by Biffy Clyro. Good fun. I thought I should bring in something that's a little bit more like the music that I make myself. Skyepaint, my project, is very much synth pop and retro influenced, and this band from LA are much the same. This is The Midnight, everyone. This is an EP. This is called Nocturnal. I love everything that The Midnight do. They are just the archetype of good retro wave music at the moment. I think if you're into that kind of music, you know who these guys are already, so you don't need me to talk about it too much. But yeah, amazing little EP that they did. The song Shadows, the first track on there. I know it's obvious to pick the first track on side one as your favorite, but it probably still is. The Midnight, Nocturnal. And finishing up with an Aussie group, this is The Living End. You know who they are. I know who they are. This is State of Emergency. I think it was their 4th album, released in about 2006. I'm only just realizing now that 3 of the 5 records I've picked are rock trios, between this, Biffy, and Genesis, but I don't know. I'm a sucker for a good power trio. This had massive hits on it. Wake Up and What's on Your Radio were sort of the big singles from there, but all of the album tracks are solid as well. I think One Step Behind is probably my favorite of the bunch. Love The Living End. I've seen them almost 20 times, and I will continue to see them as long as they keep doing it. The Living End, State of Emergency. This one is pretty rare, by the way. I think only 500 copies are made. I've had this for a long time. Thanks for letting me geek out, everyone. My name's Amos. I make music as Skyepaint, which you can find on Spotify and basically everywhere. If you're around Newcastle, come to the Great Southern Nights gig on Steel Street. There's a big street party. I'll be playing. Sneaky Sound System are playing Sunday, 24th of March. Tickets are free, but you got to register. Hopefully see you there.